Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha. Okay, brand new band, first time listen. Both the band and the song. Obviously, this is A Lot Like Birds, and the track is called Connector. And this week I've been going pretty fast in and out a few different genres and stuff before I lock and load and stay pretty consistent with more of the metal genre stuff, so that's been great. Thanks for hanging out here on the journey. If this is the first time that you're hanging out with me, my name is Jeebs. I'm an old composer. This is called the Decomposer Lounge. And what I bring to you is just fun little nuances about the songs that you already love so that you and I can have an experience together. You watch me here for the first time, and then maybe I say a few things as a composer that make you go, huh? I never knew that was there. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for your support. For those of you who are my subscribers, thank you so much for hanging out and still being a part of it. And for those of you who are new, I want to let you know that if you see any ads that run on these videos, those are copyright claim ads. They get monetized, ads do run, but they don't support my channel. So if you decide you want to support the channel, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, that link will be down below. The link for A Lot Like Birds Connector will be down below. Also their merch or music and stuff, and Spotify. I always support the bands, the band members, and that's an important part of this journey as well. So mutual respect, yeah? Everybody gets a little something, something. All right, so, oh, nice fresh cup of coffee. Let's do this. A Lot Like Birds, Connector. All right. Okay, gotta stop it there. There's so much going on right here. That opening was, you know, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I'm completely smoked right now on production and composition dynamics that went on here at this whole, where am I, two minutes into this. I'll try not to drag on too long about this because I want to get back to this. This is so intriguing. The opening, obviously, because I don't know the band, I don't know their deeper discography and you know, styles of music, where they've come from, what their trajectory's been in composition. I'm just treating this as a flat out, this is what's served up to me. That whole opening with the piano and all the arrangements coming in, very unique. You know, bringing up the volume of the drums where it sounded kind of like in a muffled, muted kind of position, and as that whole transition of the opening passage started coming up, drums getting louder, as well as the vocal arrangements were just perfect, beautiful, stunning, but subtle. you know. And as I'm listening, as I'm trying to get to see where this is coming, is everything is getting louder. The piano chords that they used to open up with kind of had a pop kind of value to it, pop chord changes, pretty straightforward, you know. But I was like, okay, well, what kind of band is this? Where are they going to take me? But then as it started getting louder and louder, what I loved is that the speed of the piano, and I'm thinking something else. You know, first time listen, sometimes it's being the old guy, the old decomposer, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. I wish I could stop really every 30 seconds to say something, but I like to try to get a little of, you know, a little bit of, you know, my sonic palette, you know, robustly kind of, you know, flavored up. I don't know where I get the metaphors. The piano, it starts to speed up. There is this kind of rubato speeding of it. Rubato means just kind of at your own will. In the case of a conductor, rubato means you can move it slower or faster, or just, you know, you kind of breathe with it. So there's this kind of increasing bit of speed, and it dropped off and increasing and dropped off, and then we get hit, you know, in the head with the power of the metal. Even the first section of that, when everybody came in and the guitars came in and it was, you know, the full-on people's elbow, still felt a little unsettled a little bit because there was multiple rhythmical arrangements and compositions going on that were very, very unique and extremely tasteful. Then we finally lock when the vocals clean up through this last section here. This vocalist, whoever this person is, just has an incredible dynamic expression with his voice. You know, he's got the screaming going on there, and then he's got the super clean tone, powerful clean tone, kind of, you know, Ginsu knife style, cutting right through. And once again, but not short of because of this journey, have I learned how many great performers, singers there are out there that have the ability to change textures and everything, and be able to perform this. I can't imagine what it does here to the voice and stuff, or the kind of care that might have to go on. I'm not a vocal coach, obviously, but anyhow, let me go back a little bit. Let's jump back on this train. Here we go. Sorry, I gotta stop again. Such, you know, this is, I gotta say, this is borderline, almost overkill in the route, in the counter rhythmic, counter melodic, you know, landscape of this. I'm not a critique. This is never going to be about critiquing. And I can feel and I can understand the artwork that's going on here in the composition and arrangement, but they've really pushed that level where it's just right there before it gets to a place where, what do I listen to that's more important? That's what I mean about that statement. You know, where do I go with this? There's so much intense rhythmical arrangements that are counter rhythm, counter melodic going on with the vocal right here. And the fact is that this particular mix, the vocals are back in its pocket, and there's a lot of emphasis on the musicianship, you know, in this song. At least that's how I feel about it in the mix. So I just wanted to bring that up. There's so much going on there that I'm actually, in my mind, with this track, believe it or not, I'm looking at it like I was looking at a score piece in my mind, you know, theater of the mind, what this is doing. I'm looking at this like I'd be looking at a score piece going, geez, look at all this stuff going on. This is just how it's coming out. So but it's right there. So much happening, and I'm always looking for a place to latch onto You know, because the drums are so well performed and so well arranged, but there isn't an obvious like zip line rhythm, you know how I like to call that, right? You find that one thing that might be giving that experience to the pure listener, which is you, me, in this case, but you, to kind of like go, okay, I feel where that's going. And there's always, for me, there's been a hunt, you know, for locking in, and that's a hell of a journey, and for me too. If I'm not having a hard time finding the one. That's my saying. I'm just going, wow, man, these guys are just shifting everywhere. This is great musicianship, great composition, great arrangement. It's just really abstract and powerful, you know. I don't know if I was able to kind of glue that all in one thing, but here we go.
Brushed aside or pushed aside, a difference in tension, intention, and force applied. Or passing by, people as canvases blink outside and blink inside. We are the causes in the summer to stay and on to love. Just stay alive.
I'm gonna go back to this, you know, where we're kind of. It sounds like we're squaring off kind of here. It's kind of nice, actually. I probably should have let it go a little further, but it sounds like just after this last minute, that was just an intense journey of arrangements and compositions there. Also, you know, integrated with that, obviously, we are hearing some synth. You know, whether it's quick sequence work, some doubling going on in certain areas with very unique sounds and stuff. But once again, just like that last passage, there was so much going on there, and I was able to appreciate that. The fact that it all works. To me, this, like I said, I'm looking at this as a compositional score. Sometimes when you look at a score for the first time, you just sit there. I've been presented scores before, and I go, oh, geez, look at this. This is good because you see all the notes moving and everything. That's how I am as a orchestrator, conductor kind of thing. But there was so much going on. There was these long held out melody notes going on here. There were shorter notes being held here. The crunch. There was a very unique, whether it's engineering or it was a synth kind of hybrid, where the sound kind of went, ooh, oh, you know, that kind of vibe. So let me back it up and then I'll end it up. Trippy ending, and I like that with the synths and stuff. It really lets you down from that, well, I don't want to say that kind of high, but it definitely was an insane ride. You may have saw me going 1, 2, 3. In that phrase that I thought we were going to like kind of chill out, and we did lock into a pattern. The drums really kind of gave us, something to hang on to finally with, coming straight forward with that. But there was nothing straightforward about that passage. There were 3, actually 4 counter-rhythmical melodic phrases going on at the same time. So the first one is we have a guitar here holding a pattern, an arpeggiated pattern. We have the guitar over here holding a completely different arpeggiated pattern, okay? And then the kick and the bass have their own pattern, and then the vocal performance, its own pattern. Now that might not sound really unusual for a lot of musicians, that if you are a musician and you're listening still, but it was very complex patterns that were going there. What's the word I'm looking for? My counter rhythm. Christ, I'm trying to remember. Anyhow, very intense. And the one thing that kept us pretty straightforward was the hat, and at least the snare kept us in the pocket through it. So this was a very, hell of a ride, composition and arrangement. Musicianship, obviously. Musicianship is just, next level. What do I like to say? Third eye purple level, that kind of musicianship. That's intense. So anyhow, thank you guys so much. This is one of those kind of dry run, like I do. When you guys give me the suggestions and stuff like that, I'm just going, okay, here we go. And this was really super cool. I have yet actually to get turded out on a suggestion. Like I've listened to something and I go, oh no, what am I going to say about this? But I think we're all enjoying this ride together. So I want to thank you for bringing me to A Lot Like Birds. Please let me know if there's any other tracks from them that you'd like for me to check out. And this is video number 2 for the day. Thank you so much for the support, should you see fit. The link for the cup of coffee is down there. It also helps what I do with the kids as a ventriloquist and a hospital entertainer. And the link for that's down there as well if you want to check that out. So I'll be back. Actually, I'm going to do one more before the stroke of midnight, Hawaii Standard Time. And this one, and that one I have lined up is going to be pretty trippy. It looks like it's going to be perfect for a midnight release. Anyhow, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right. All right.